If you've ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels but going absolutely nowhere, you are in the exact right place. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to unlock a complete transformational breakdown of productivity, resilience, and exactly how you can rewrite the script of your own potential. We are diving deep into the life, the mindset, and the daily formulas of global expert Sohail Ahmed. We're going to break down the actionable, neuroscience-backed framework he uses to achieve massive global impact, and more importantly, show exactly how you can start applying it tonight.
But first, let's just address the elephant in the room right off the bat. Why do you never finish your daily tasks? I mean, we've all been there. You wake up, you look at a to-do list that is literally a mile long, and instantly, you're paralyzed. The day hasn't even started yet, and you already feel overwhelmed, behind schedule, and just kind of defeated. And then you end the day feeling totally exhausted, yet somehow, nothing truly important actually got crossed off that list. We always think the problem is that we just aren't working hard enough. But as you'll see from the source material we're analyzing today, the problem isn't your work ethic. Actually, scratch that. It's 100% your system.
So, to understand how to build a better system, we really need to look at the architect behind the one we're studying today. And the contrast of his life is just staggering. On one side, we have total despair, facing immense personal tragedy, struggles with suicidal tendencies, and compounding failures. But on the other side, global impact. We're talking about a two-time LinkedIn top voice whose insights now impact readers in over 150 countries. This is the very real journey of Sohail Ahmed. He didn't just read about resilience in some textbook, he literally forged his strategies in the fires of absolute rock bottom.
Okay, let's jump into Section 1, the journey of resilience.
To truly grasp the power of his productivity formula, we have to understand the journey that birthed it. It's so easy to look at a successful leader and just assume they had a smooth, easy path, right? But right before his crucial 12th grade exams, Sohail experienced the tragic, devastating loss of his father. This was a pivotal moment that could have derailed absolutely everything. As he moved into his early career, he faced grueling struggles and repeated failures navigating the BPO or call center industry. But he didn't stop there, and this brilliantly illustrates how he used these intense challenges to develop an unbreakable mindset, building a survival mechanism that eventually turned into a blueprint for thriving. Fast forward to 2017, and there he is, commanding the main stage of the Northeast Graduate Congress, inspiring a crowd of over 10,000 graduates. And by 2024, he's taking home the prestigious 𝗟𝗏 Award as the most inspiring business and life strategist of the year.
So what drove this incredible transformation? It all comes back to his core philosophy: make humans more humane. Now, this isn't just a catchy slogan. It is the absolute bedrock of his coaching enterprise, Mentor My Way, Inc. Sohail realized that high self-esteem and empathy are the actual engines of success. He believes that genuine progress comes from the human spirit, not just shiny new technology. By focusing on making humans more humane, he tapped into a profound sense of social responsibility that fueled his own rise out of despair, turning his pain into a real mission to empower others.
Moving right along to Section 2, the productivity formula.
So how exactly does someone go from navigating deep personal grief and career failure to managing a global enterprise, writing books, and speaking to thousands? Well, inspiration is great, but execution is what actually changes the world. Let's dive into his highly actionable practical framework, starting with this foundational rule. The human brain is wired to execute only one task at a time. This is a hardcore, neuroscience-backed insight that Sohail heavily emphasizes. Multitasking? Yeah, it's a complete myth. When you try to juggle 4 things at once, you aren't actually doing them simultaneously. Your brain is just frantically switching back and forth, burning massive amounts of energy and drastically lowering the quality of your work. Trying to do everything all at once is exactly why your to-do list remains completely unfinished at the end of the day.
Okay, let's dive into this. How do we bypass this mental bottleneck? Here are the 5 exact steps Sohail outlines for peak productivity. First, list 4 to 5 tasks before bed. Listen to me. Do not wait until the morning. Sohail notes that when he didn't do this, he wasted his best morning energy just trying to decide what to do. Pre-planning the night before completely eliminates morning decision fatigue. Second, prioritize that list. You need to know exactly what task number 1 is. Third, execute one task at a time. Put your blinders on. Give 100% of your focus to task 1 until it is done and only then move to task 2. Fourth, if you don't finish a task, don't beat yourself up about it. Simply carry over the unfinished tasks to tomorrow's list. And fifth, repeat this process daily, because it's not about a single day of heroic effort. It's about the compound interest of daily, consistent execution.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, peak productivity is definitely not about burning out. It is the state of continuously executing prioritized daily tasks, maximizing efficiency, and unlocking your true potential. Notice the word continuously there. This framework is a marathon, not a sprint. By protecting your focus and structuring your daily priorities the night before, you absolutely guarantee that you are always moving the needle forward on what actually matters.
Which brings us to Section 3, Mindset Mastery and Global Impact.
Now, you might be wondering, does a simple 5-step list really create world-class results? Well, let's connect this daily productivity formula back to the sheer scale of success it has helped Sohail achieve on the world stage. 150 plus. That represents the number of countries where Sohail's blog, Mentor My Way, and his motivational insights are actively read and utilized today. Think about that for a second. From a struggling call center employee to inspiring individuals across more than 150 nations. That is the exponential power of executing 4 to 5 highly prioritized tasks every single day without fail.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the tangible reach of these metrics. His direct LinkedIn connections alone span 116 countries across 350 states. We already mentioned the Northeast Graduate Congress, where he stood in front of over 10,000 graduates, and his broader social media network, over 100,000 engaged followers soaking in his teachings on emotional intelligence, leadership, and self-esteem. This data proves, without a doubt, that mastering your internal mindset scales to incredible, undeniable external results.
And what does he do with all that reach? He channels his structured productivity into diverse, highly empowering initiatives. He founded Mentor My Way, Inc. to foster organizational growth. He launched the incredibly successful 𝗬𝗏 by Sohail motivational series and authored the 21 SOD and POD ebook. But perhaps most impressively, he takes his whole philosophy of making humans more humane directly to the people who need it most, acting as a skills development partner for Bosco UNHCR to provide essential life skills and entrepreneurship workshops for marginalized communities and refugees.
All right, wrapping things up with Section 4, Your Confidence Compass Awaits.
We've spent this explainer exploring Sohail's incredible journey and breaking down his exact framework for peak productivity. But look, information without application is just entertainment, right? It's time to actually apply this to your own life. If you want to stop feeling overwhelmed and start unlocking your true potential, here are your next steps for transformation. First, you need consistent world-class input. Subscribe to the Confidence Compass newsletter right now for regular life transformational content delivered straight to you. Second, surround your digital environment with motivation by following Sohail Ahmed directly at @MentorSohail across his platforms. And finally, if you want to bring this level of mindset mastery to your organization or school, invite Sohail Ahmed to speak at your next event. His insights have transformed thousands, and they can for sure transform your team too.
I want to leave you with one final provocative challenge to think about. What is the one task you're going to write down tonight to absolutely conquer tomorrow? Remember the formula we talked about. Don't wait until the morning. Step out of your comfort zone tonight. Grab a pen, write down your priority, and take your very first step toward peak productivity. You have the blueprint in your hands. Now it's time to execute. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will see you next time.